What's up, YouTube? We are back again after several episodes of Is It Bunkai Yet? It's time for patch number 2 for Dark and Darker. Joined again today by Dank206 and BeastBorgMusic. Give some input on this possible W patch that they have going on. Let's get this going, and away we go. So, to start off a new season, all character levels, gold items, and triumph levels have been wiped. Bluestone shards and shop cosmetic items are not wiped. Makes sense. I'm pretty excited that the triumph is finally reset, because I felt like it was going to be 1,000 years before I got, what are we at? What am I at? Triumph 6 or whatever? You have to get like 800 extracts. Like, okay. Okay. They're adding the quest system to the merchants.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Still gotta wait another 2.5 hours, but I'm very excited.
It's not going to be too intricate. We've seen kind of like the preview on the Q&A or whatever with One Peg. But I mean, it's going to be nice to have a starting base. So we can
Yeah.
give comments like what we think and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a new merchant affinity system, which will improve your relationship with the merchants to unlock more items for sale, more craftable items, and better prices. That's going to be rad.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice little fun thing to do.
Yeah, it definitely adds to the replayability for sure. I mean, I'm not really burnt out yet. I guess I was kind of feeling it towards the end, but the change for free high roller definitely helped that out. They're going to do a adventure title ranking system for the high roller dungeons.
Yeah, it's going to be big. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Probably playing off of the MMR system, I'd imagine, but that way you can actually kind of see where you're at ranked against other players, and it's definitely going to give a lot more incentive for people to do HR.
Yeah, I think there's just like a base leveling system. I hope they kind of do it like the Apex, where you have to at least do a certain amount of stuff to keep your title.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's still like if you get in there and somebody dies, you're still able to like get a little bit more juice than other people. So I mean, there's able like people go in there and join at the same time. They can maybe tweak the system a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that's true.
yeah, kind of how they do like the when they group up and then they'll be like, all right, there's a team over here or whatever, shadowing.
Oh, yeah, good point. This, I know people have been asking for a while. They're going to do a results window for your high roller dungeons. So probably damage, number of kills, maybe PvE kills.
Yeah, that's going to reflect the rank system.
Oh, okay, very cool.
I'm very excited for that.
And the new attributes have finally been released. Looking at vigor and dexterity, along with health recovery bonus and spell recovery bonus.
The HP recovery bonus is big in my opinion. I think it might be game breaking for some characters like rogues and rangers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You got a low base health, you just sneak around, sit down for a second, good to go. That'll be interesting.
I wonder if it's gonna.
Recovery is going to be good too for a lot of all those casters.
Oh yeah, oh
It's
yeah.
going to be huge.
When it's, I mean, what it's at right now, if they would lower it and then kind of equalize it with the spell recovery, I see it working kind of unbalanced.
Yeah, you have a good point. They might have to lower it a little bit. I mean, it's like, what is it, triple what it used to be right now? So
I wonder if the health recovery bonus is going to stack with like now drinking potions and healing.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe Tranquility will get a big boost from it.
I wonder if they're going to bring back pots though for spell recovery.
They're not.
Yeah,
I don't think they should.
I didn't see anything about Clarity. That'll be interesting. Maybe it'll be
Well,
a craftable, you know?
If they could keep spells up like viable and making a balance, that would be fun. Like having the pots and not having to sit down and like making campfires to where like you're 1 HP and like they just like do way more. They're like way more powerful, but they're
Oh yeah.
more what do we call it? Less frequent. I mean, not more.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, a little bit more
Like
rare. Yeah.
yeah, remove from store, make them more yeah, like standard
Oh,
blues
that
or
would be
something.
interesting. So you actually have to like stack them, store
Yeah,
them up, and all that. Yeah, that's a good point.
because it'd be really like a maybe like a good thing for after boss or something. I don't know. I think the
Yeah,
campfire should be utilized a little bit different, but I think we're just too soon for it.
yeah. I do
Yeah.
like that they've adjusted so that people are, we'll call it camping and resting more often. Because that's a big aspect of D&D too, is like, okay, you got your ass whooped, you used a bunch of spell slots, now you have to take a short rest, and then you can get back at it.
Yeah, I think maybe like campfires should be like maybe transfer zones. Like when you get to the next zone, you can't like you'll lose your rested HP because you're like traveling or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Instead
yeah,
of
that's
making it a
interesting.
portal, like make it like a journey or something.
Right, so you're like camped out for a second, you get to kind of recoup.
Yeah.
Even having like a merchant in the dungeon, I think would be interesting. So you have to like take some gold in if you want to buy supplies like before Inferno or something like that.
Yeah. I could agree.
Or use the gold you've accumulated, something like that. Especially if they want to keep this like level tier system going. I know the initial thought was like do level 1, 2, and 3 of the dungeon. So something like that might make for interesting gameplay. Let
Yeah.
people actually kind of reset and maybe even sell, some loot.
Yeah, it changed a lot of dynamics.
Like you probably still have to get out with it, but like maybe you could sell your shinies and pick up a campfire or a new longsword or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
All classes have had their base attributes rebalanced to include the new attributes. It'd be interesting. I feel like fighters still going to be 15s across the board, but
Probably. Probably.
that's the base, measurement for them. So
That's how I roll my fighters usually when I play characters. It's just even.
yep, nice and even, and go from there. Several new items that will confer the new attributes. That'll be interesting to see.
I like new items.
Primary stats of many of the items have been updated, probably reflecting that. Primary stats of Cobalt and Ruby Silver has also been updated. That'll be big.
Another wiki.
Right? They've now added iron and copper ore and updated the ore spawns.
See, I don't like when it will. I'll explain it a little bit later when it comes up.
Perfect. There's new craftable resources, iron, copper, and silver ingots, as well as powder. New craftable items, including iron, copper, and the gold crafted ingots. So, I wonder if we get like golden armor. Be kind of slick.
Yeah.
The new silver crafted weapons give an undead slaying bonus. That's a nice touch. I like that.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna make
really like
cleric a
that.
main for killing bosses.
Oh, that's a damn good point. Silver Morning Star? Oh, let's go.
What are you saying, Borg? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying I really enjoy that. That's gonna be great. I'm already doing a ton of damage manning cleric,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
just
they're
annihilating anything in sight.
definitely going to be a necessity for bossing. And right now, it's like you either go in and you hunt players and get some loot, or you go in and you try and push infernos. So this patch, I think, is when we're going to start bossing more. I know I've said that for
Yeah.
like 6 months, but
Well, if they don't buff the stats on the bosses and stuff, I'm gonna at least be able to try and solo Ghost King.
yeah, dude, I want to see that. That'd be rad. The iron can be used to craft throwing knives, Franceschi's, hunting traps, lockpicks, and trap disarming kits. So that'll be new. The loot state is now displayed for different items. Starter items start as supplied items. Extracted from the dungeons for the first time will appear as looted. Items become handled once they're successfully brought in and extracted from a dungeon or traded. All handled items can now be placed in your stash.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of like the Tarkov thing. Back to the iron crafting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I was talking to Shy Guy and I think Borg and Professor earlier about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should make it to where ore is a standard, like a black ore, and like maybe you can see a shimmer of like cobalt in there, and then you can get your silver ore and cobalt, or just make it to where you can't tell what it is and still get like a percentage of silver, but you get like a random cobalt or random gold. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it becomes then like a luck percentage rule.
oh, that's
So I
interesting.
think that'd be way better, but I don't think the iron should be used for like crafting Francesco stuff. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
is it going to be way quicker? Like, are we going to be able to like one tap it, two tap it, be like tink tink, and then
yeah,
it'd be
right. You
done?
scoop it and get moving. Yeah, I don't want to have to spend too much time mining other things too.
The only utilize that I really see is when like so bad or one of the OG fucking professional gamers over here
Mm-hmm.
does like a permadeath run, that will be clutch. So they're just making themselves just like free loot if they're next to it, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean it will
that's a
come
good
in
point.
handy, but it just seems like it would be more funner to actually have it so like we can trade it also. So instead of like um just making it for weapons, we can trade it for the armor sets that are for gold.
Oh
So it's like
yeah,
worth as much as gold.
yeah. I think that'll give it a lot more utility in the long run. And like you were saying, like if it takes forever to mine it, like I don't know. I guess pick your poison. What are you looking for? Do you need iron or do you need cobalt? It would be
Yeah, but
cool if it
that's
had a chance to get either one.
if the
Yeah.
iron weapons are like they get a special stat or something, that'd be pretty. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
like
like
it's a
that.
guaranteed green or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be all right with that. Next line, they say, "Bid adieu to Jack, and welcome the return of Jolly Nicholas to the merchants."
I'm
Candy
excited.
cane.
Was it candy canes that they did? That's right. That's awesome. I'm glad that that transitioned so nicely.
Very nicely.
Skill and perk descriptions have now been standardized, so they might have tweaked the verbiage on some of those.
Yeah, I think it might also be adding like the how some of them don't tell you how long they last. It might be putting
Oh,
the duration in the description now.
that's smart. I like that.
Yeah, I think there's a couple like rogue ones and fighter. Like I forgot which spell, but one of them was mainly fighter. Like it did a couple extra things that nobody was aware of.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Also going to add a player statistics menu in the main menu. I'm interested to see what that is. Probably kills, and I want one that's like, steps taken, just like weird shit like that, like they do in Grand Theft Auto. It's just like random stats that you're like, what? Like, amount of times swinging a morning star, bolts fired, shit like that.
The amount of times pickpocketed. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's hilarious. You're like, wait, that went up? What the hell?
Largest item for pickpocket worth, like that
Oh,
would be good.
yeah. You're looking for those gold keys. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, gold key might not be worth it anymore.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because somebody can get they can get like a legendary item off the gem, and then somebody pickpockets them with that, or like uh a unique. Oh,
So brutal. Could you imagine losing a unique to a rogue pickpocketing you? I know they're rats, but oh my god.
I got full. fuck? What? Guys, I gotta call support? Nah, dude, you
Yeah.
gotta call 1-800. You got rogued.
Yeah. GG's, dude. Sorry.
We are here to
Oh,
support you, okay?
yeah, right. You just cry right on my shoulder here. It'll be okay. Elite Warlord has finally been added to the High Roller Inferno. That's big.
Scary.
I
Yeah,
wonder if there's
terrifying.
gonna I wonder if there's gonna be a special weapon now.
Ooh, I hope so. I would not be surprised if they add new ones soon.
They said they wanted to make a unique of every weapon.
Yeah,
That
I want
was
a
already
spear.
out.
That'll be rad. The unique Pobby say. Oh, such
Oh,
drops.
God.
I would sell it to Prof for 2.5 silver.
Like, how are they gonna upgrade the stinky stick?
He has to have
Right.
exactly 2.5
Or I
silver.
actually
Hmm.
correction, it's not unique, it's actually named. Now that I'm thinking
Yeah,
about it.
no, that's true.
My bad.
Yeah, they're artifact items.
I'd take a named
And
Pobby say too, just saying.
and this is the point in the YouTube video where you got baited.
Yeah, right? Cyclops has been added to the Goblin Caves, as well as the number of portals has been increased.
Yeah, so Shy Guy was making a good point today that it's probably gonna just only be in regular caves for now because they haven't
Oh,
developed elite, just like the Warlord.
and is it replacing Troll or is it in a different room?
It's the same room.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Um,
What do you think about the portals, though? I think that's an L.
yeah, I mean, people are already not really doing a lot of PvP in the Goblin Caves. There's like an
Yeah,
unspoken rule in there, so
yeah, I mean there was
Yeah.
7 players going in and 5 portals. So
mhm.
like even if they bump it up to like just 6, I feel like 5 was a good number.
Yeah,
There's
5 with
so
the
many.
Yeah.
extract I think is fine. And like they need to encourage that gear churn. Like somebody's got to go down. It is what it is.
Yeah. That's what the game is.
They made visual improvements to the fixed portals, and they now appear on the minimap. That's huge. I hate forgetting where the hell I saw a static at. I wonder if they'll be there all the time, or like if you enter the room.
I wonder what they're gonna look like.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested because I don't think you should like join the map and know exactly where it is. I think like you should have passed by it even before it activates or something, and then it'll like add the little like pin marker or something like that. I think would be a smart way to do it.
Or maybe just like we see like an arch on the screen or something, like a
Mm-hmm.
or like a special line or whatever.
Points you in the right
Like
direction.
like a red dot on the screen or like a blue dot on the screen would be okay temporarily, but
Mhm.
I would think we would need to have something better.
I think you're right. Something obvious, but not like holding your hand.
Yeah.
Visual improvements to the female elf head. I was pretty happy with it as is, but you know what? You guys do what you got to do. I basically only play female elf, so I
Yeah, I use it for I think my ranger and my rogue
Mhm.
sometimes.
Agility is so nice. Like I know
Oh
orc's
yeah.
nice for the strength, but you know I could get that on a pair of gloves. I
Yeah,
guess same
just
with
the
the edging, but
extra
depends on the
movement
class.
and percent of attacks or whatever.
Yeah. Animation modifications for the loot. Interesting. Chris dagger, magical staff, and crystal sword. Okay. Interested to see what these are going to be. That's pretty cool.
The Chris dagger, they could have left it as it is. I
Yeah,
hope
I
it's
like
just
the
more
little
smooth.
churn. I hope. Yeah, exactly.
The magic staff, that's a big W.
Yeah, it's so clunky. It's like I want it to be good, but it just drives me crazy.
What
They've
do you
had
think, Borg?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Use
just
staff.
curious at how they're gonna be. I don't really use the magic staff anymore since I've got book.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't really. I
I
just go for
forgot about
books.
that.
It's much more convenient, and I hit the walls less.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
no,
goal.
that's true.
Yeah. So I don't really use any of this stuff, so I don't really know.
I wonder if they'll change the casting animation for it too. Because I know a lot of times it just like clips on something and you're like, okay, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely you could definitely do like a hand wand swirl with the wand, or just like holding it straight out and just like slamming it down on the ground or something.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. There's like different mechanics for like different spells, but when you're casting towards somebody, I think like it shouldn't go up to down like a swing. I think it should be like a charge of like him waving his hand or
Yeah, like
something.
you swing it outward or something. It's like
Yeah.
this outward attack, like way right, just or not even attack, but the casting. It's like you're always going to clip something.
And then
Yeah.
where he holds the staff, in my opinion, is so cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's so much more space. Like it could have more range.
just
yeah,
doesn't make sense.
it's like when you use a hammer, you don't hold the neck, you hold the like as far down because you get that wayward motion out of the hammer.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So it's like the guy doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah, right. You're like, okay. Yeah, it
Uh,
always looked a little bit goofy. I think you're right.
yeah, I'm glad they took it off of cleric.
Yeah. It just makes more sense with a book.
Yep. Yep. With real D&D, right? Isn't that what clerics would use as a book?
Yeah, well, typically a book or staff, I suppose. But yeah, probably more commonly a book, and then Morning Star and Shield or a hammer.
Okay.
So we've got two new emotes. We've got the loser and the money, money, money. I'm excited to see what these are. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Instantly buying them.
Oh, yeah.
I
Just
think it's gonna
shut up
be
and take
just
my
the
money.
hand. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be the hand with the L.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then the money, I think it's gonna be like making it rain, maybe.
Probably.
All the bards just playing All Star. I'm
New
excited. uh,
wizard spell.
yeah, like
That's
what
why.
explosion?
What is this? Who
Wow,
let this
yeah,
happen? Rusty Shovel?
right. Like, what? This was kind of out of the blue, don't you think?
Fireball wasn't enough, guys.
Like,
Well, to be fair, they did lower fireballs count by one. So,
I mean, that's fair enough. All the other ones are at 5, so
so now
Oh
you get four
god.
explosions and four fireballs, and they all stop you from healing. Like
explosion might be like a single use thing, maybe.
That would be so nice. Like
the
if it's
nuclear
just a
bomb.
yeah.
Yeah, it just takes forever to charge up, but it's like a super fireball.
Yeah, if it procs like holy
Yeah,
fire, I'd be okay.
yeah, maybe
Because
you're
you can
right.
get out of it. You can juke some people with it.
Oh,
You just
that's
gotta stay
true.
out of their range. Once you get out of range, you have all control.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Magic missile attribute bonus rate increased from 50% to 100% because magic missile
Terrifying.
didn't do enough damage.
No, not enough. It needed 50% more damage.
Yeah, let's just double it. That'll be fine.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Everybody dies to wizards.
Rusty Shovel, what are you
No,
doing to
They're gonna
me?
be too busy with the new spell.
I kind of like it though, because I mean, scaling it right and then them readjusting attributes, so they might be a little bit less right now, and then they have to scale up harder. So I mean, it could be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you
We'll
make a
see.
fair point. Speaking of buffs, Bard's Rousing Rhythms, all attribute bonus, has been changed from 1, 2, and 3 to 2, 2, and 2.
Okay with that.
Yeah.
Like Gemini was saying
Fine.
earlier, now I can just play the song like shit and it won't matter.
Yeah.
Not that I, ever play it right anyway, but it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
The
all
one
right.
thing you need to do, you can never do right.
I just want it for the knowledge buff. I don't care about the rest. Okay.
No, I think it's going to be a good change. Because even if you could get 3, they added 2 more stats, so that's going to be quite big.
Yeah, that's true too. So it is giving you a +2 to everything across the board.
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually going to be a little bit more powerful because of that. We'll see. The strength that can be obtained from all grades of ale has been reduced.
How many people were just chugging ales all the time? But I
Yeah,
felt like
if you
that
knew about
that,
it,
that was the
for
kind of
sure.
the fun part about it. You just start chugging ales and just go in.
I mean,
Yeah.
as anti-barbarian as I've been, like I'm totally okay with the strength buff from drinking an ale. I'd also like to see like turkey leg or like ham hock or like other consumable like foods and stuff that
Yeah,
boost your vigor or boost your agility or
yeah, like act like
They're probably waiting
Avengers
for
ration kind of thing or something.
yeah.
yeah,
They're
that would
probably
be kind of
waiting
cool.
for Druid.
Yeah, probably.
Because
Yeah,
can't he but usually like buff things or stuff like that? Like
yeah,
buff
it's
food?
gonna be kind of a half caster class. I mean, almost like cleric or bard, I'd imagine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're gonna do like the WoW version.
Yeah, I'd imagine something kind of similar.
Okay. Well, yeah, because we're gonna be able to turn into a bear. But I hope they make it more like a humanoid, like a lichen wolf type bear thing.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. Oh,
That would
if
really fit the like grim
I,
dark
I
feel,
need to be a bear.
right?
Give me the bear.
I
Give
can't
me
wait.
monk and the bear. If they let me multi-class and I can wild shape as a monk, that would be the
God,
greatest day of my life.
just punch people as a
Yeah,
bear. Absolute
I
madness.
will beat them up with my bare hands.
like the shape of the berserker, but
Right.
just like in bear form would be just perfect.
Gnarly, dude. I love it. And they've got some comments here. Say, hi, adventurers. Thank you for joining us for the early access patch number 2. This major update includes a full wipe of character levels, gold, items, and triumph levels. All bluestone shards and shop cosmetics will not be wiped. This update also introduces 2 major features, the first iteration of the quest system and the new adventure titles system. Merchants now give us quests that can be completed to earn extra rewards and unlock access to better items, crafts, and deals. The adventure title system allows adventurers to test their skills in the high roller dungeons to progress through ranks and earn rewards for the next season. We will reveal the rewards for each title in the upcoming weeks. We've revealed the first reward as an exclusive Nightmare Skeleton skin for reaching the Pathfinder rank. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pathfinder rank was the last rank.
That tracks, but totally worth it.
So you
Yeah.
got to kill a boss on them.
Down to push for it. Other major changes include the introduction of 2 new player attributes. Vigor now determines the maximum health of a character, while Dexterity determines the player's action speed. The next hotfix, we plan to continue our efforts on improving the matchmaking. We'll continue to tune the MMR system and test the starting gear normal dungeons for a bit longer. We plan to test the ability for solo, duos, and squads to play across every locale currently in the game very soon. We're working on introducing the HR Ruin, so duos can also earn the title. That's very cool.
Very, very, very exciting.
The next hotfix should include features and fixes that we missed for this patch. We are polishing up the Friends system and plan to release that very shortly. Thank you, Rusty Shovel. We're also unable to properly localize the Chinese and Japanese languages. Due to our current localization system, the languages will be temporarily unavailable until the next hotfix. Once we update the system, we should be able to start supporting more languages in the future. We also realize that the current adventure points aren't being counted fairly for teams, and we will look to address it soon. Thank you for your patience and support. See you in the dungeons. And then a couple hours later, SBS, SDF said, sorry, I forgot this. You will now need to aim more accurately than before when aiming your hit scan, spells, or skills. Hopefully that's a good thing. I'm thinking we, you know, get the spell off where we're pointing it more frequently with a change like that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's just gonna be more pressure on the play.
Yeah.
But this title system is gonna be really nice. It's gonna give more sweats the reason to stay in high roller
Yeah. No, that's a very good
for at
point.
least a few weeks.
Right? Take your gear over there.
Yeah. And the new player thing, there's a guy I was talking to today, and
Mhm.
I told him about the game, and there's a couple other people, local people that I told about the game, and they've been interested in it. And
Mhm.
this new, this new like, what they say it was normal dungeons, MMR is going to be a lot better for them. So they won't just get rolled over. I told them if they hop on, I'll carry it. But
Nice, nice. Yeah, I tend to
yeah,
agree.
yeah, it's going to be really nice for a few weeks, especially the start of wipe.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if they'll reset it or how that system's gonna work.
Well, at the starter wipe, we'll all be forced to stay in the gear, right? The low gear, because nobody's gonna be able to hit 15 unless they leave it
Right.
unlocked.
You'll have to pick new stuff up, get your rank up, and get your level up and all that. So
They leave it unlocked either way, they're gonna be forced to take that gear into high roller. But once they change it back, if they change it back without wiping, it's gonna make people that have all this high roller gear roll all the people that just been rocking gray and common.
yeah.
So it's gonna be like a what do you call it? Like a duck hunt pretty much for a while.
Yeah,
They
it
do
kind
that.
of will be. I wonder if they didn't mention, I wonder if high rollers prices are still gonna be zero for a little while too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If they're gonna be doing this, they're gonna give them a reason to go to high roller. But if they don't, and you still have to be level 15, it's gonna make for the most craziest beginning of wipe that we will see in a while.
Yeah. That'll be intense.
Because there's gonna be so much slaughter. Because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, we're evenly matched, so it's the better player wins."
Yeah. And just scoop in and do what you can.
And that's we're gonna do the like meta when we first started playing, run from everything and get in high roller and just rat until we have some gear.
Right? Just scoop what you can and well, yeah. Thank you guys for joining me on this endeavor again today.
Hell yeah! Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. We'll be live on Twitch in what, maybe 2 hours when the game goes live again after we update and all that fun stuff. Check us out on TikTok, X. Do we call it X? Do we call it Twitter? Who knows? I think my wife's still running the Instagram, so have a look at that. And cheers. We'll see you later.